A new documentary highlights the struggle that families often endure when a loved one is in prison. About 2.3 million people are incarcerated in this country. The documentary is called Time. It comes out today from Amazon Studios. It focuses on the Richardson family. It chronicles matriarch Fox Rich and her fight to keep her family together while her husband serves a 60-year prison sentence for armed robbery. Jerika Duncan shows us their push for second chances.
They were a young couple in love, high school sweethearts who, after 10 years together, said, "I do." Sybil Richardson, who goes by Fox Rich, and her husband Robert had big dreams.
Rob and I had a dream to open Shreveport's first hip-hop clothing store.
Afraid of failure and desperate for cash, they robbed a credit union in 1997.
We had entered into a world that we would never forget.
The documentary Time explores that world,
Judge's office.
showing the emotional impact incarceration can have on families.
You know how hard I'm gonna be smiling when you come home.
With the help of old home videos, we see the Richardson family grow as Fox Rich endlessly calls for a second chance,
The Richardson family is awaiting on a ruling.
determined to free her husband, all in the name of keeping the couple's family and their 6 sons together.
They have absolutely no idea what it means to have a father in their house, what fathers even do.
We see her trying to maneuver the bureaucracy of the system.
Director Garrett Bradley.
What do you want people to see when they watch this documentary?
That people really start to question the role of forgiveness in our society as a way to move forward.
Can you take me back to 1997?
The thinking in a word would have to be desperation. And when people find themselves desperate, they do some of the craziest of things.
Robert was armed the day of the robbery. He never fired any shots. In 1999, he was initially sentenced to 60 years in prison without parole. Fox Rich, who drove her husband and nephew to the bank, served 3.5 years behind bars.
What do you say to those people who will look at this story and go, well, they, robbed a credit union, you commit a crime, you serve the time?
I would just like for them to experience a day of incarceration in America and what it looks like.
We all make mistakes and come short. Maybe we at one point in our lives did a bad thing, but that doesn't mean that we're bad people.
What do you think needs to change within the criminal justice system?
Most states have clemency available through their governors. All we need is our governors to pick up their pen and every year find 1% of their prison population who deserves to go home.
And home finally came. In 2018, Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards granted Robert Richardson clemency. Time was lost, but this couple's love for one another never left.
It really feels like a love story. Do you see it that way?
Very much so. I believe that love has gotten us through, as a people, has gotten us through a smorgasbord of difficult times. And mass incarceration is no different.
At the end of the day, Ms. Duncan, love is the most divine chemical in the universe, and it dissolves everything that is not of itself.
The Richardsons have 6 sons, as you heard. They range in age from 14 to 27. The couple started a nonprofit foundation to help other families like them navigate the prison system and say they're still working to get their nephew out of prison, Ontario Smith, who they say is serving a 45-year sentence. You know, you guys, this film was a work of art, beautifully shot, and such a dynamic couple that we were able to interview.
I can tell that. I'm looking about their sons, too, Jerika. One is going to graduate from dental school next year. Another son is going to Harvard Law School 2021. For better or worse, that's what your marriage vows say. Thank you very much.